Leo, the message that I'm getting for you is just because you can doesn't mean you should. You should have good intentions, or at least clear intentions behind what you do. This may be a message for you, or perhaps this is about someone you're dealing with, someone in your energy, or just a larger situation. There is something I'm picking up on here where someone is just going forward because they can. And what I was actually seeing is like a tarot reader. It doesn't have to be this for you specifically. It's just how Spirit's showing me the energy to tell you the message. It's like a tarot reader who is able to read the cards and is intuitive and tapped in. And so they just give the readings out, and they give the messages, but they don't provide any guidance or they don't share in the energy. They just do it because they can. There's no real underlying intention behind it other than those that serve the ego. There's no soul intention or spiritual intention. And that's the feeling I'm getting. It's like someone's proceeding with something, doing something just because they can, which might not be the best karmic decision to make, because your intentions will be what keep you in check. Your intentions will be your code of ethics. Your intentions will make you unwaverable. Okay, you won't wave in the face of I'm seeing like a gust of wind and then like a paper waving. You won't wave, or you won't bend backwards. You won't bend over backwards to other people's demands when you have set your own intentions and they're in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all. Okay, so I don't know what this is all about for you personally. I feel like for many of you, you are witnessing someone kind of take up something that you're passionate about or that you care a lot about, and they're just kind of doing something willy-nilly, or they don't have the same kind of backbone, the same kind of skill or talent even. It's just like they're getting away with it, or they just can. I don't know. There's something here that feels disappointing. It's as if you've put in a lot of hard work, a lot of grounded energy, okay, grounding yourself. And here comes along somebody just picking up something and doing it, and you're watching it and you're witnessing it, and you're like, what's going on here? And maybe you feel replaceable in a sense. But Spirit's saying you are going to stand the test of time because you have intentions, clear intentions. Okay, that are aligned. And if you don't have clear intentions with something that you care about, whether that's a relationship or a hobby or a craft or a career path or in your friendships, then get some. Get some clear intentions going. You can even write them down, or a personal code of ethics, what you will allow, what you won't allow, and why. Write the why down. Okay, some of you are having someone come into a relationship. Maybe this is you and a good friend you have, or you and a romantic partner, you and your boss, I'm not sure, or you and your employee. It's like somebody's trying to get in between. And what? I'm seeing the color red. And what? And be the center of attention. They're trying to steal the spotlight in a way. Okay, so let's get your cards out and see what else we get. See if Spirit elaborates on this message that I'm intuitively picking up on, or maybe you'll get something else. Let's see, Spirit. What does Leo need to hear today? What does Leo need to hear? I feel some Scorpio energy here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but if you are a Scorpio, your reading is coming, okay? This reading could also be for you since I'm mentioning that. We have passion and equilibrium. Yeah, it keeps you balanced, right? Your intentions, your ethics, your reasoning of why you're doing what you're doing, it keeps you balanced. It keeps your passion alive. You don't just go, and I keep seeing this gust of wind. You don't go wherever the wind takes you. You ground yourself in what matters to you most. So it feels like there's a little bit of a risk for someone being thrown off their path or off course because they're trying to keep up with something, or they're trying to stay in the limelight, or they're trying to capture someone's attention, maybe in a friendship or a partnership. And Spirit's saying, that's not the correct way to go. Sometimes we do need to go with the flow, but not with this blow, not with this blowing, gusting wind, okay? This is not the time to let the wind just carry you wherever it wants, okay? So use some, connect to the earth, do some grounding type exercises, put your bare feet on the ground, or even in your house, walk around barefoot, eat some grounding root vegetables, things like that. Remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing and what matters to you most, okay? And if you need a little bit of a reprieve, a break, because you're going through something quite intense, which some of you are, that's okay. You can take that break. You will come back and all will be fine, okay? That's because your intentions are clear, like they have a root. It's like a tree in a storm. You're well rooted. The storm's not going to blow you over, okay? It's not going to happen. But for those other trees that just decided to plant themselves there because you were there, okay, or because it seemed like this is the best place, hey, Leo's hanging out there, so I'm going to plant myself there too. But they didn't take the time to actually root themselves, they're going to get knocked over is what I'm feeling, okay? And then I'm also seeing these two trees, and this came through yesterday, in Virgo's reading about an oak tree. I'm seeing these two strong trees, and it's like this other species gets in between you two, okay? But they can't share your root system, okay? They're not connected. So I don't know what this is all about. Maybe it's very specific, and I feel very guided to hold this little magic wand, which is wood. We're talking about trees and grounding, earth energy. Interesting. So you might be dealing with a very didactic, I'm hearing, or demanding air energy. Maybe this is Uranus. Maybe this is an Aquarius. I'm not sure, but it's somebody who has a whole lot of hot steam and ideas. Okay, but no longevity. Okay. Let's get in a little bit further. Fixed fire, right? Your flame doesn't go out. So let's see. You know how to build a fire, how to sustain it, and when to put it out, right? Nobody else gets to tell you that. But yeah, it's maybe there's well, let's see. What's the energy supporting Leo here? Spirit. Enterprise and escape. Ooh. Okay. Let's get in a little bit further. The challenge, detachment and extremism. We have Mercury in Scorpio, and then we have Venus in Aquarius. And for your supportive energies, we have Jupiter in Aries and Mars in Pisces. Okay, hold on. I want to clarify this a little bit before I tell you what I'm seeing. Tell me a little bit more about the passion and the equilibrium. There's something about your voice, your cadence. Dominance. Yes, this is what it feels like. Somebody trying to take over in a certain space or in a field or in a relationship. It's like, their extremism or the way things are turning out to be and what you're witnessing is making you want to detach, right? Like, I don't want to fight this energy that's trying to dominate me and my fire and what I'm interested in and what I'm doing. I'm going to just detach from this. Escape this enterprise. Okay, so whatever this energy is that's trying to dominate something that you care about, whether that's yourself or something you're doing or someone you're with, they don't have clear intentions, or their intentions are not in alignment with the highest good, with their higher self. And you recognize this. Okay, and you want to escape from this sort of association maybe, or this sort of energy. You don't want to be a part of that enterprise. You want to get away from it. Maybe this is where that little break is coming in, right? Take a step back, let something blow over, let this shallow rooted tree blow over, because there's something extreme. Yeah, it's going back to the tarot reader example. It's like somebody who's putting out, I don't know, like I'm not thinking about anyone. It's just an example coming to mind. Like somebody who's putting out like 10 readings a day because they can. It's extreme, you know, like it's wild. There's no balance. There's no equilibrium, and you don't want to be associated with it. But I feel as though Spirit is strongly saying, don't turn your back entirely on what you're passionate about. Don't let this energy bulldoze you out. If this energy comes in and does achieve the Six of Wands, victory, success, recognition, allow it to do that for as long as it happens, but stay the course. Okay, you are a linchpin. You have a stronghold in your industry, in your field, in your relationship, whatever it is. Like, you are a rock here. You are the everlasting, eternal flame. Okay, and so don't let this energy run you out of something. Things change. The winds change. Okay, and when they do, you want to still be in the place, in the space, in the energy that matters to you most, because you have a reason for being there. Someone trying to dominate a passion of yours. Okay. This could, like, it doesn't have to be this. Again, just an example Spirit's giving me. It's as if, you know, you've been creating music independently for a long time. You have total freedom over the sound, of the distribution, of the lyrics, everything, and you're enjoying it. It lifts you up. It matches your frequency. And then it's like this record label comes into town, and all of a sudden they're making all these demands and they want to sign you, but you have to compromise. And you don't really want to do that, but all these other people are getting signed to that label and they're getting notoriety and recognition. And you feel like you're fading in the background. Spirit's saying, don't compromise here. Don't give in to the demand to shift and to be different, because it's kind of like, that's just a blip. That's just a trend, and it's going to fade out. Okay. So don't ride on those coattails. And I don't feel like you would. But also don't drop your entire passion and say, I'm never making music again because of this. You know, just an example. Is there something about a relationship here that I need to know about? Because I feel like that's in the background somewhere. Willpower, navigation, trying to navigate a relationship, figure out what's going on there, or in relationships in general. Message about a relationship, Spirit. Independence. Manipulation. So some of you are in a relationship, or your relationship is becoming affected by some dominating energy that is manipulating. And Spirit's asking you to break away from that. I'm hearing that song. It's by a band called Make Them Suffer, and the song is called Erase Me. And there's a line in it that says, break away, no need to plan your escape. And I feel that message for you too, since escape is here. You can break away, but you don't need to plan an entire escape. You just need to step back so you can maintain your independence. I hope that makes sense. Can I get a message here for Leo on relationships with this manipulation? 3 of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Whoa. Okay, she's often talked about as the third party. I don't really see her that way, but with the 3 of Cups and what we're talking about, I'll take it. So it does feel like that there's another energy trying to get in between you and somebody else, whether that's a family member doing that, or someone coming in between you and a family, a sister or something like that. Yeah, somebody's trying to come between you and a relationship. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship. Could even be an aspect of somebody's shadow if you want to get real detailed about it. But I'm going to continue on here with what we were talking about before and see what else comes through. All right, Leo. Let's see what's going on for Leo's spirit. Actually, give me a tarot card, Spirit. Okay, there it is. About the dominance. Ooh, Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Not the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords. So somebody could be giving you some information because I said Ace of Swords, but it's not clear. It's actually... There's something wrong here. There's something off. Dominance. There's somebody saying something. This is my messenger card. There's somebody giving messages to you or to other people, communicating information, delivering news that is causing anxiety, that is getting people to feel lost, dependent even. Somebody is dominating other people's energy by misleading them or giving them misinformation. This is where the intention becomes so important, because whoever's doing this doesn't have clear intentions, and it's like another force comes in, and it could just be an energy, like an entity or like outside information or whatever. It comes in and it impacts this person who doesn't have clear intentions. And so now they're working on behalf of this other energy or entity without even realizing it. Ooh, Leo, we haven't had a reading like this in a while. I don't even know if ever this clearly on such a topic. Okay, let's see. Let's get in. Let's see your energy, Leo. What's going on with you? It is extreme. It does feel extreme. Mercury in Scorpio, number 8. The secrets. Someone could be acting extreme just to cover secrets or uncover secrets. It's like this guy saying, look, read this. Look what I found. Take this information. She's like, no, stop. Like, I don't want that. So someone's pushing something on someone. And because of that, they're detaching. They're like survival mode, maybe. They're dissociating even. They're dissociating because it's extreme, the information or what's being revealed here or shared. It could also be the case that you do need to detach if something is extreme. Some of you are in a partnership or a deal or a group or a team or something like that that has now fallen influence to something you don't agree with, and you're seeking a way out of that. There is a way out of that, and it's a creative way. It's a balanced, quiet, grounded, yet creative way out. It doesn't come through confirmation. Confirmation? Did I say that? I meant to say confrontation or confirmation. Maybe you don't need someone to confirm something to you. Interesting. Okay, let's do 3 shuffles. 1, 2. I just saw the 10 of Cups. 3. For Leos or whoever's watching, you can watch for any Leo placement. Let's see what's going on here, Spirit. I feel like you're saying no to someone, or there's some kind of no. Yeah, you're saying no. You're turning something down. Ooh, wow. You at the bottom in your highest polarity, Strength card. Taming that inner beast, right? Taming your roar, saying, wait, maybe I'll just step back. Yeah, it is as if something has come into your territory. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, but they're not going to, like, there's no plan, there's no intention, there's no plan, there's no strategy. So it's kind of like a pride of lions, right? Somebody else comes in. Maybe they're also big cats, but not lions. Okay, they're different from you, but they're maybe posing to be somewhat similar. Just an example. They're coming into your territory, and usually you would attack, you would fend them off, you would protect your territory. But they're wandering in kind of like I'm seeing stars over their head, like in a cartoon, like knocked out. You know what I mean? Like they don't have their consciousness is compromised, right? And so instead of expending your energy trying to defeat these entities or these whatever's coming into your territory, rather than going full force with it, it's like you're just sitting back, where you and your pride retreat, not out of your territory, but up in the trees maybe, or low in the grass, and you just watch and you see what's going on. And then it's like, I don't know how they wander out, but they do. Like they get kicked out. 7 of Cups. They're confused. They're confused. Maybe this is an energy that can't get what it wants from you or from others. So what happened? What did they do? Where did they go? 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles. They go back to something that was working for them before. It's like someone tries their hand at something, doesn't really work. They don't get the reaction they want, or they don't get the resources from you that they want. And so they spend a little bit of time wandering around confused, and then they go back to something that felt more stable. But this is an energy that is constantly looking for opportunity. Okay, let's move off of that for a second, Spirit. Let's get into what's going on with Leo. Your overall energy is showing up as the 4 of Swords. Good. I think this is a break that you need, resting your mind. Now, I'm not saying you have to stop doing what you're passionate about. That's not the message at all. But it is to detach from the extremism, detach from the energy of the extremism. Rest your mind. Know that you're safe. So let's get a little bit more on this. Some of you need more sleep or better sleep. The Hierophant, knowing that there's some kind of order in place. Okay, something can't blow you over. There's a divine order. This is, the Hierophant is the Pope. And this 4 of Swords is like a knight in the church resting. And the Pope is watching over you, just to use, what's on the cards. So there's a higher force, a higher power, your higher self, watching over you, keeping things in order. And whatever this energy is, this extremism, it's out of order. So trust that some kind of either divine order or some rules, some ethics, some code, some morals that you've checked with yourself, trust that that system is working. Okay? So it's like, yeah, let's leave that there. Okay, what you don't see coming is the 9 of Pentacles. There's something you may feel like is at risk, but it's really not. I mean, we've been saying that. This energy can't dominate your independence. Okay? Now, for some of you who are dealing with a relationship or some situation where somebody is trying to dominate you, and we had that advice for you to seek independence, here it is again in what you don't see coming, is that you're better off without that energy. And what I'm getting is it's like, let them bring themselves to their own demise. Let them be a sucker to the gust of wind. Don't try to prop them up, or cut them down. Let it fall naturally. So tell me more. Knight of Cups. Some of you, as soon as this energy leaves, well, actually all of you, if you're still here and resonating, whatever this energy represents to you, once it's over, and it will come to an end, I'm seeing that here. It's in your hands to, we'll talk about it, but there's an offer that comes in. If you're single and you're looking for love, I'm seeing it in these cards, okay? But it doesn't have to be about love. It could be any opportunity that speaks to your heart, to your water element, to your flow, to your creativity. This is somebody here willing to, or an energy willing to cross a river to offer you something because they see your value. And I don't feel like this Knight of Cups, whatever this represents to you, is trying to take away any of your independence. They're actually just giving you something to contribute to it. This is someone who props you up. So there, I'm hearing a fold, and I'm seeing like fabric folding. Whatever feels like it's unraveled, it's going to be folded back up into its proper place. Now, for those of you who are dealing with someone trying to come in to a relationship in between you and something else, or then what's going on here? They're anticipating that your connection isn't as strong as it is, the Wheel of Fortune. It's as if they feel they can come in and stir the pot or shake things up or make new avenues for you to follow, and that you'll do it maybe because you're bored. That's what they think. Can you tell me more about, okay, let's see for the highest good of all, Spirit. What is it that they don't see coming here? Impulsiveness, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like somebody believes you're going to be impulsive, and maybe you will be tempted to be impulsive, but the message here has been very clear to ground yourself and stay the course. Don't act from impulse, act from intention. Fulfillment. That's how you maintain, sustain, and find fulfillment. Okay, so it feels like someone could try to shift you here. Maybe this is the wind coming in. But they're seeing you as the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like that's not quite the case. Yes, you are abundant. Yes, you are independent. But I feel like you're beyond that. You know, you're at the Ten of Pentacles or even further along. You know, there's something here that they're not fully seeing about who you are and your root system. You know, how rooted you actually are somewhere or in something. Yeah. Okay, the only thing that can uproot you right now is yourself. You definitely have this order protecting you. Okay, maybe it's appreciation. Yeah, it's some kind of, maybe it's even spirit guides or some council of light. I don't know. They appreciate you, and it feels like they're trying to control a situation in it's okay, this is just a side message maybe, but it's like there is a spiritual force that is allowing this gust of wind to come in because they know it will blow back on them. Okay, and this is the kind of control, like I'm seeing eccentricity underneath that. It's like they're trying to control the eccentricity of this energy because they appreciate something. But the control of the eccentricity or the extremism isn't to totally block it. It's to allow them to play out their own karma that they are creating right now. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Ace of Wands for your opportunity. Your passion, your eternal flame. So let's see. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands. In the meantime, while this is all going on, perhaps there's something else you want to turn your time and attention to. The Five of Cups, something that was half finished, I'm hearing. I don't know why all these music analogies are coming through, but they are. It's like you were working on a track, you scrapped it, there's something about it you didn't like, but it's got a really good bass line, or there's something about it that's really like good. And you were just focused on how these parts didn't sound so well. And Spirit's saying, go back to that and look at what's actually working. Okay, so something that felt disappointing, there's an opportunity here to revive it. And this could be love too, because those Two of Cups are standing there. So let's see, opportunity. Page of Swords, to take another look at something, take another gander. Redirect your focus and your energy to something that needs a little bit of attention. There's some kind of reconciliation of energy that wants to happen here. Like between you and something you're doing, or a friendship that you've lost touch, somebody you've lost touch with. It's like a reconnection. Spirit's asking you to activate by your hand. You do it, and if that doesn't resonate with you, then it's something that you were working on, that you just kind of put down or you got frustrated with. Spirit's saying, pick it back up. There's something worth saving there. Oh, that's another part of the song. I'm not worth saving. Why would you save me? And Spirit is saying, look harder. There is something worth saving. Convention and indecision. This is something that you were unsure about, for sure. Okay, there was indecision around whether you should keep going with this. But this convention energy is related to the Hierophant. It's really supporting you. There's something that has a very good foundation, you see? I don't know what that is for everyone. Maybe you'll have to meditate on it if you're not quite sure. If you're in a chaotic relationship and it's like a hell train to no man's land, okay, then this isn't about rekindling that, unless you really want to. But I don't feel Spirit pushing you in that direction. I feel like Spirit's saying something that really means a lot to you, some idea you had, something creative that you just said no to, or maybe you're in a relationship and it's not a hellfire, but it's been kind of lacking some luster lately. Revive it, Okay, so the challenge here is the Three of Swords. Don't let this dominating energy convince you that something is no longer a part of your life, is what I'm getting. Okay, hold on. Oh, domination at the bottom. Tell me more. Yeah, the dominating force brings in this feeling of Three of Swords, which is a clouded consciousness here. Painful thoughts. It's like feeling a little hopeless. Okay, so tell me, what are you feeling hopeless about here? The Hangman. Well, being that lion in the tall grasses or up in the tree, like, how long do I have to put up with these people wandering in, this confused, extreme, dominating energy? How long do I have to stand back? Well, this is happening for many reasons, whatever you're experiencing, but one of them is also for you to see something from a new perspective. And I feel like it's this other thing that you've been kind of putting on the back burner. Maybe this is a health journey that you've always wanted to go on. You want to change your diet. You want to start doing this. You want to get more sunshine, or I don't know, you want to learn how to roller skate. I don't know what it is. Something here. And Spirit's saying, well, this is a time to take a break from something, or take a step back, take a pause. Or you could just keep going with how you're going, but not let this extremism what was the expression? Wind you up or sweep you away. But it's really an opportunity for you to take a second look at something. Okay, well, let's see if we can get more specific. Tell me more about this hangman. 2 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. I told you you're more than the 10 of Pentacles. We got 12 here, which is the Hangman card. So, okay. So Spirit's saying you've been shortchanging yourself. You've maxed out a vision of yours. Like you've put a ceiling on it when there's actually a lot more growth than you think. And this is an opportunity to take a step back and think about everything that you've been working on and what you're doing, and to see the greater potential that exists for you, that there's actually more. Okay? And I'm also seeing that you don't have to give something up in order to be successful somewhere else. Now, your advice is the World card. So let's see. What is the world saying to you? Queen of Swords. Well, I'm seeing this world, this lady here, as you, and I'm seeing this as a boundary around you, a protective boundary. And here we have the Queen of Swords. And it's like they're asking permission to come in. But they have a sword, so I'm not sure if they need to, or maybe they're inviting you out. Let's see. I feel like this is the energy inviting you out of this world energy, of this completion phase. It's like, come on out of that. Culmination, completion, protection even. Come out. Okay, wait. Who is this Queen of Swords, and why does she want Leo to come out of this? Harmony. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a negative thing. Status. There's more for you. Generosity. This Queen of Swords is generous. Devotion. You have people who are devoted to your vision and devoted to you. They don't want you to make yourself invisible forever. Take a break, take a step back, get the rest that you need. But they're inviting you to come back out, and that feels like it's a positive move for you with harmony. Balance, equilibrium. Yeah, so this Queen of Swords could be other people who support you, or it could be an aspect of yourself. They're holding the sword of truth. So they see through any kind of BS, discrimination, and maybe how you've been discriminated too. There is a, how do I approach that? If you've been waiting for somebody to be generous with you, maybe apologize to you, Page of Cups in reverse, or extend some kind of olive branch towards you, and it's weighing really heavy, I see you not waiting for that anymore. I see you focusing your direction somewhere else, changing your status on that, and finding harmony in a deeper truth that you have with yourself, and not allowing yourself to get confused by somebody's messages either. Because the outcome for you is the Two of Cups in reverse, which is the end of a partnership of some sort. So I'm going to look further into this. I'm also going to do an extended. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper, see what else is going on here, Leo. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you don't like that idea, don't worry. Just trust that Spirit already knew that you weren't going to go to an extended and gave you all the information you needed here. There's the Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. What else? Oh, we got a lot. Ace of Swords. King of Cups in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles. The Tower. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, Leo, this is you making some kind of decision to part ways, to detach from an extreme enterprise, an extreme relationship, or extreme flow of energy, for you to detach from that because you're aligning with your highest self, because you have intentions. And I see this taking you down a much more fruitful path, one that is grounded and results in success. You have something to offer the world and you put it out there. Your heart, your creativity, your mind, your words, whatever it is, it comes from a solid place. Okay, and it's going out. It is. It does require you to not align with or not work on some energy that is emotionally, it's not even just emotionally immature, but I'm hearing lights out. It's like they're dissociated, or I don't know, they're like blank. I don't know. There's nobody's home in there, okay? They're autopilot in some way. Okay, and there's a real disruption of truth telling that this person is involved with. Okay? They disrupt truth telling is what I want to say. And I feel as though the tower moment is coming for this person or this energy or whatever it is. It's going to knock the crown off this King of Cups head in reverse. Spirit's not going to allow this to go on for too long. You know, they're building their karma by working on the lies and all they're doing and all their emptiness and thoughtlessness. It's thoughtlessness. It's going to catch up with this energy. And so, yeah, take a step back. Go in the tall grasses. Go up the tree. You don't want to get struck by the lightning. Stay in the world until that Queen of Swords energy comes forward, whether this is an aspect of you, an invitation from Spirit that you recognize, or a group of people or a person that you trust, and they invite you back out into your territory, into your broader territory, where you find status and harmony again. Okay? So this will blow over. All right. That's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.